Hey, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Hanging On to Hope podcast.
I'm Brenda J.
And I'm Karen Wonder.
And we are hangingontohope.org.
This podcast is intended as educational and is not psychological or medical advice. Always consult a professional when needed, and we disclaim any liability in connection with the instruction, information, or advice given.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Hanging On to Hope podcast. This is Brenda J. Today, we are so honored to welcome to the show Teresa Hayes. Teresa is a founder and executive director of the nonprofit called Unfinished Grace. She's also part of our nonprofit prayer group, and we've known Teresa for years, even when the vision for Unfinished Grace was just beginning to stir in her heart. It has been so incredible to watch God bring that vision into fruition and see it unfolding right before our eyes. Teresa holds certifications in TRLC and CLC, and through Unfinished Grace, she offers coaching services, unplanned pregnancy support, mentoring, healing groups, retreats, and resources designed to help women move forward in God's grace and purpose. Her heart is to help women build healthy rhythms and habits, overcome obstacles, navigate difficult transitions, and step from endings into new beginnings. And do you want to tell us what TRLC and CLC are? I'm just curious.
The TRLC is the Trauma Resilience Life Coaching, and that's through the Arizona Trauma Institute. The one that's Dr. Is it Rotel or through Singhoon? Through his organization. And the CLC is a certified Christian life coach, and that was through CMI, which I was connected through Venture 19 with.
Okay.
We absolutely love the mission behind Unfinished Grace, and I love the name Unfinished Grace too. The heart of this ministry is to support women who have experienced brokenness of any kind and help them fulfill their God-given purpose regardless of their past. Unfinished Grace serves women who may feel hopeless, unworthy, or stuck in shame from past trauma, abuse, unhealthy lifestyles, difficult choices, or even involvement with addiction. Their mission is truly helping women move from gracefully broken to gracefully restored, and we think that's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Let me thank both of you ladies for inviting me on, and I'm happy that it's finally happening.
Yes.
Continuing with part 2.
One thing we really love about Unfinished Grace is that it's faith-based and centered on God's grace and healing. Your vision says that Unfinished Grace extends beyond coaching and mentoring and is committed to helping women discover God's grace, love, and healing in their lives. Can you talk more about the spiritual side of healing and why that's such an important part of what you do? That's huge, for sure.
Yeah.
We are all created for relationship because that's what God wants with us, and He wants that with others. Healing doesn't instantly happen at salvation. It's just the beginning. God created our bodies so incredibly complex with built-in survival processes that as trauma happens, it rewires our minds and our bodies. So just as we need healing and continue learning of God for our hearts and soul, we need healing for our bodies as well. But the best healing and the best long-term healing that I have experienced and with others is that if you have that godly foundation. And so Unfinished Grace is based on 3 trauma-informed foundations. And that's also part of our path of working with women from going from gracefully broken to gracefully restored. The first one is accepting God's grace. That's finding their strength and confidence and knowing that they're a daughter of God wrapped in His grace, which then through this is the start of a deep connection with God, leading to healing and a greater ability to love themselves and others. The second foundation is applying grace to yourself. That's embracing their true worth by recognizing their value and offering themselves the compassion of God's grace. Because my experience and what I've learned working with other women is that even though you know in your head that God has forgiven you, that you're covered by God's grace, it's really hard to give yourself grace, especially if it's for past sins that you have done. So working with them on learning how to also forgive themselves. And so in that process also is developing self-worth by applying themselves grace and identifying their unique role that God has for them. The third one is abiding in unfinished grace. And that's letting God's grace be their guide, giving them the strength and assurance to live out the purpose He uniquely designed them for. And through this step, they have confidence in embracing the purpose that God has for them, the joy in the journey of discovering the content, and fulfillment as they engage with and move forward in their purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So what types of services and resources does Unfinished Grace currently offer for women seeking healing and support?
Right now, it's the one-on-one coaching, small groups, and I'm planning 2 retreats later this year into next year. This also includes partnering with organizations that help their women. However, it would help benefit their women from healing or learning about spiritual self-disciplines, their purpose, trauma, leadership, etc.
That's great. So we saw that you offer personalized life and purpose coaching, group healing sessions, retreats. You just talked about that, conferences, mentoring, and workshops. Can you walk us through some of the programs we haven't talked about yet and what women can expect from them?
So when Unfinished Grace refers to workshops, those are designed kind of like a info meeting where women can come and learn about a specific topic, like if it's codependency or pornography. I wanted these to be the topics that are taboo in most churches because they're prevalent and they're reality. So I wanted to put on workshops for women to come and learn what it is. And if they decide that, hey, this is something that I need more information about, or if I need more healing, then we start a cohort, a small group that meets from anywhere from, depending on the curriculum, between 6 weeks and 15 weeks of a study and a healing journey through that. The retreats, they're also being held with either on an informational topic, like one I want to do around shame and healing from shame, or like an intense healing, which is shame, or informational topic. That there's one curriculum that I can use, and it's called Giving God Your Worst through Psalms 51 ministry. So turning those into little retreats, that's what we offer.
That's nice.
That's great.
So you also offer cohort style small closed groups. What makes these groups unique and why are they so important in the healing process?
As I mentioned before, that we're created for a relationship with God and others. And Satan wants to keep us isolated. He wants to keep us in the dark with our past sins, regardless if we did them or if they were done to us. So telling your story and working through your healing process with others, one, it confirms that you're not alone and you're not the only one who has done or experienced the sin. 2, it builds confidence in each of us as we are open and honest with ourselves and others. 3, others heal and gain hope by us telling our stories of God's redemption. And lastly, it opens the door to shine God's light into others as that Bible verse says, they will know us by our testimonies to tell others and help others heal.
That's good.
Yeah, and I thought that was a big part of mending the soul healing for me was writing my own story out and then, sharing it with other people and not getting that, comforting reaction and then hearing everyone else's stories and just that rapport you build. I think that is really important.
I've had to learn the hard way that I don't tell everybody my story.
Yeah.
And you have to watch who you tell your story to because there's people that want to hear and heal with it. And there's others that want to take it and distort it and use it against you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a learning that's also part of the discernment too.
Yeah, it's got to be a safe environment and mending the soul or anything like what you offer.
Yeah.
Offers that.
Andrew Bauman, he said, don't give your pearls to swine. And he says, your story is your pearls.
Perfect. Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah. So one thing that really stood out to all of us is that your services are offered completely free of charge. That is absolutely incredible because so many women desperately need healing, support, coaching, or therapy, but simply cannot afford it. Why was it so important to you to make these services available at no cost?
As women, we often put everyone else first and us last, if we even try to take care of ourselves. And so it was important to take cost off the table, to not have it be a barrier to their healing. Many women we serve are also carrying deep trauma, abuse, and life challenges. And so where they're at in life, they're not in the right financial position to put towards any type of healing. By offering our programs at no cost, we remove one more obstacle that stands in their way of healing and restoration. And we never want a woman to delay getting the help because she feels she can't afford it. Through partnerships and referrals from other organizations, we want every woman to know that she is worthy of support, healing, and hope regardless of her financial situation.
That's great.
That is.
Do you ever feel like, does your schedule ever get too crazy, or do you, I guess, work with other organizations so that it's not always on you? Or because I would think there would be a high demand for that.
Right now, since we're new and just starting out, it's manageable, but yes, it's, it will be, but that's also one of the things that God has taught me, or I call it, He has equipped me. He's taken me through many tests, which builds my spiritual side, and then also different experiences with equipping me. So time management, how to not get compassion fatigue.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely.
So do you offer, is it all in your office, or will you do online as well?
I do both. I've done online with people in other states. And also I've worked with a couple organizations where they said I have to come to their women. So
yeah, because a lot of the women that are fleeing right now, they don't have cars.
Yeah.
So, they had to send an Uber to Harvest Compassion to get food and clothes. So some of them do have cars, but I don't want to make you too busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
and right now, the office where we're at we have a bus stop right outside. So if we can, I would love to do it in the office because I created this space specifically for that.
Yeah, it's nice.
But if I need to go to them, I'm happy to do that. Also, even if it's not necessarily a healing process for them at the time, even just having the introductory or meeting, this is not the type of stuff that you want to be sitting in a coffee shop or a restaurant talking to somebody.
Yeah.
So like I said, I try to keep it in a safe place. If not, go to where they are, as long as it's in a safe place.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You also mentioned helping women build healthy rhythms and habits and learn strategies for overcoming obstacles and navigating transitions. What are some of the common struggles women are facing today, and how do you help them move forward into new beginnings?
I would say it's mainly poor behavior and poor and unhealthy coping mechanisms and or reactions, and how they deal with whatever life throws at them. And so helping them accept that they do these things, learn new tools for their toolbox to use moving forward. As they get healthy and building healthy habits and coping mechanisms for their future and their family generations, we tend to do and lean towards things that are comfortable regardless of how good or bad or unhealthy they are. So helping them learn that the healthy reactions, the healthy behaviors, healthy coping mechanisms are comfortable. So they start doing those and feeling comfortable with those instead of reverting back to their bad or poor behaviors and reactions.
Yeah. So your ministry focuses so much on hope and purpose. For the women listening today who feel stuck in shame, brokenness, or hopelessness, what would you want her to know?
That she is not alone. She was created by God specifically for a purpose that only they can accomplish, and nothing that they have done can stop it or take it away.
That's good. Yeah.
Can you share a little bit about the future endeavors and vision you have for Unfinished Grace moving forward? You did mention a few things, but is there anything else?
So the vision that God gave me for Unfinished Grace is huge. And I don't know if I will ever see it fully to fruition, but I will just keep moving in the direction that God has, which is the housing for women facing unplanned pregnancies. I would love to have an actual retreat center where women can come and just do a day or night or however long they need to do just a personal retreat, and then also hold the bigger retreats. I would love to have space where, like, an open area for other ministries that don't have a location, that they can come and they can, for an example, would be if somebody wanted to hold a Celebrate Recovery, but their church said no, or they didn't have a place. This could be a place where that they could come and they could start that type of group. Or like if somebody's like me, before I got my office, I had nowhere to meet one-on-one with people in that safe environment, in that small environment. So just offering that to turn around and help as organizations and other nonprofits have helped me, I want to turn around and do the same.
Yeah,
That's nice.
give it back. So what is one gold nugget of advice you could leave with our listeners?
No matter what you've experienced or did, God's not finished with you, and his love is beckoning you to a journey of hope and healing.
That's nice. So if someone listening today realizes they need healing and support, how can they connect with Unfinished Grace and receive help?
We have a website. It's www.unfinishedgrace.org. Our email is ufginfo@unfinishedgrace.org. We currently have a Facebook page and an Instagram account. I am working on a LinkedIn and not sure what other platforms we'll be on in the future.
Okay, so that was the next question, I guess. She gave the information. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Teresa, thank you so much for being with us today. We're so thankful for your heart, your obedience to God's calling, and the beautiful work you're doing through Unfinished Grace to help women find healing, restoration, and purpose.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And to all of our listeners for joining us today and to the Hanging On to Hope podcast. We hope today's episode encouraged you and reminded you that no matter what you've been through, God's grace is never finished with your story. So thank you again so much for sharing your story and, telling us about your nonprofit. It's great.
Yeah, we love what you're doing. So
Yeah,
needed. So
is.
needed.
Yes. Thank you.
It's just such a reminder. You never know what people have gone through too, That's why I love hearing people's stories and just, seeing what God's brought you through.
Yeah, I knew a little bit of your story, but I didn't know all of it.
Yeah. And I loved, you guys need to do a few more of those podcasts where somebody's just telling their story.
The real people, real voices. Yeah.
Yeah.
We try. It's just, you got to find people that want to do it. A lot of people don't.
True. Yeah.
I think I found a Gen Zer, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a little harder, but yeah, I love doing those ones too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do too. It's powerful.
Yeah. So do you help people that have ongoing, like that their story never ends? But it's like, it never ends for me. It's like, he just keeps committing crimes and doing bad things and
thinking it's okay that you'll be like, sure, yeah, no problem.
And I know it's manipulation. And
sticking to your boundaries. And then one of the things that with Unfinished Grace too is, like we talked earlier, there's multiple journeys. It's not one and done. And so that's also a resource that I want is today you can come in with this issue or this journey that you want to walk through. Go by 5 years from now, and then all of a sudden something comes up and they're like, hey, I really feel God's working on me in this area. Will you help me walk through this? I can tell how I explain it is I've had experiences where God will take me through a short healing journey and it's kind of one and done. But then like my first husband's suicide, that one I can tell you over in a span of almost 20 years, he has taken me through 7 healing journeys. And I finally feel I got to the end of that healing in 2000, I think it was back in 2024. And I was so excited. Well, one, let me back up a little bit. That last healing journey, I feel I explain it as I went into the wilderness with God and I said, okay, I'm ready to do this. And then like a month or 2 into it, I was like, nope, I can't do this. I just sat down at a tree and said, nope, I'm not moving. And God just said, okay, whenever you're ready, we'll pick up and we'll start walking again. And so it took me a couple of months that I finally said, okay, God, I'm ready. And we finished. And then I was so excited that I felt that healing was finally completed. And I was like, okay, great. It's done and over with. And then I heard God say, no, now you have to help your kids through it and help them in their healing journey.
That's kind of where I'm at too, is trying to help my kids.
Yeah.
But they are coming back to Jesus. So it's good.
Yeah. And that's my oldest. He followed in my footsteps, and I prayed when I started my healing journey. I prayed that the generational trauma or whatever was generational on us, that it stopped with me, that my kids would not get it, but it was passed down. But my oldest has recognized it and has gotten his own healing and is on his healing journey. And my youngest knows it, but just hasn't had the time to do the healing work that is needed. But I love, as much as I have put my kids through, I love that, one, they know God, trying to follow God, and that they still talk to me and that they are willing to be open and honest with me. And we have some hard discussions, both for them and for me. But they're healing, and it's part of their healing journey. So
yeah, that's what I always loved about you, is you're just so real and raw. Like if you weren't doing well, you just come in and show it. You don't hide anything. And then I saw the healing in you from the time I met you.
Yeah, God doesn't let me hide it anymore.
No, you never did.
Yeah, you don't.
And I love that though. I love that.
But yeah, but that's part of how God created me. So
yeah, it's nice though, because then you see the difference. You see the healing and you're like, oh wow. And that's like with me, I'm doing way better than I used to, except God's making everything harder every day, but I'm way better than I was. Way better. So that's how you have to look at it, is how far have you come?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, awesome.
How far we've come and how much more we have to go.
Yeah.
Is it Unfinished Grace Ministry?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you still listen to all the podcasts?
I try. Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you'll listen to this one.
I don't know. Do you have like, when people, it's hard hearing yourself.
This will be a healing thing for you.
It is, because I always hated my voice when we first started, but now we don't even, like, you just give it to the Lord. Like, we don't worry about our photos, how we sound, nothing. It's all for the Lord. We're doing it to help people. And when your heart's right, you just let everything else go.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how, but now we're in 139 countries. And if I showed you guys the countries like Iraq and Palestine and Syria and like not just a few downloads, like hundreds and hundreds, and countries that I didn't even heard of. So you're going to be listened to, and I don't know how they're translating you, I guess. So they're going to be listening to you, but like it's gotten to be to the point where we are listened in as many countries as we are in the United States.
Wow.
And I'm like, I don't want to lose that momentum if we're helping people in other countries, because there's so much abuse and darkness in other countries. So anyway, I find it quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're listening. So they must, people in other countries must know English.
Or they do. Or they're translating.
Or they're translating it.
Yeah.
So very interesting. So if you get a call from Uzbekistan, you'll be like, okay.
Whoever God brings,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just hope we're helping them. That's all that's all I can hope for.
Yeah.
So,
well, we just plant the seeds. Some people water it, some people plant it.
Yeah.
It's all up to God.
Yeah. But when you told me what you did at the prayer meeting and I know that you don't charge for it, I'm like, because that's the biggest struggle, that most of these women don't get the help they need because they have to pay for it.
Mhm.
So that is amazing what you're
that's a
doing.
big obstacle for sure.
All right. Well, we better get going. I
Okay.
got to go to my son's birthday. He was expecting me at 5. All right. Well, hopefully we'll see you soon. Hopefully we'll get to pray together soon.
Yes.
Yeah. We miss you, but
Miss
we're
you
proud of
guys
you.
too.
Yeah. All right. Talk soon.
Thank you again.
All right.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So you also,
wait, no, did I
Wait.
do that one? Where am I at? Hold on.
I think you're on the what types of services and
Oh,
resources.
sorry. You're
so
right.
what types of services? Okay. Oh, thank God we edit.
A cohort, which is a small group.
That's a blooper at the end. I'm kidding. So you also offer cohort style.
You're going to have a blooper on it now.
Oh, cohort stars, right?
That's a hard word, cohort.
A small group. Let's just call it. You talked about small groups.
Forget
Expand on that.
The cohorts.
Expand on your small groups.
I'm going to try this though now. I got to do it. You also offer cohort style small closed groups.
Thanks for tuning in to Hanging On to Hope. Check out our website, hangingontohope.org. There are resources on there, and if you would like to donate or volunteer, you can do that through our website. We are a brand new nonprofit, so we appreciate any and all support. And we thank you for listening, and until next time, keep hanging on to hope. We are evidence that there is hope and healing for you, and our passion is to help you find it too. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening, everyone.